Alright, what's going on everybody? It's your boy Akin. Welcome to today's third blog. Here to continue with my top 10 rankings for each position. Headed towards the 2016 NFL Draft and going things on the defensive side of the field. For this video, I'm going to talk about my top 10 outside linebackers. I think I have a good group for you guys. Starting at number 10, Kyler Frankwell out of Utah State. Had a pretty good season this past year with 82 tackles. At number 9, and a player who definitely dropped down a little bit in as far as my top outside linebackers is Scooby Wright III out of Arizona. Now, he was the Defensive Player of the Year winner in college football. He had a great season in 2014-2015 season. But this past year, due to injuries and some lack of play, his stock dropped just a lot. His numbers did not combine with the numbers he had in 2014. At number 8, out of LSU, Dion Jones, he had 13.5 tackles for loss to go along with 100 tackles. At number 7, an undersized player out of USC is Sua Cravens, who does weigh 225 pounds, but he is still a good athlete. He could definitely give you some speed off of the edge, but he does need to bulk up a little bit, in my opinion, at least 10 more pounds. At number 6, out of Maryland, Yannick Ngakoue. I have to go with him a lot. He's a great player out of the Big Ten Conference. 13.5 tackles, sacks this past season, and 15 tackles for loss this past year in the Big Ten Conference. And yes, he does run a 4.8 40, not too great, but he still managed to pull those great numbers, so he definitely shows a little bit more speed on the field than his 40 time. At number 5, I'm going to have to go with Darren Lee out of The Ohio State. Definitely a good player. He is a better athlete in most people's eyes compared to my number 4 player and teammate, Joshua Perry. I have to go with Perry at number 4 because he was a lot more productive over the last 2 seasons for the Buckeyes, had over 100 tackles each of those seasons. At number 3, out of UCLA, Miles Jack. Now, he is a great athlete, but he is coming off of a season-ending knee injury he suffered early in the season last year, but he's still a great athlete. I do see him better off as an inside linebacker at 245 pounds. Now, I am going to give you a spoiler alert. He is in my top 3 inside linebackers for 2016. At number 2, out of Georgia, Leonard Floyd. Definitely a pretty good athlete. Lastly, at number 1, Jaylon Smith out of Notre Dame. He is this year's Butkus Award winner, well over 120 tackles this past season. Now, my sleeper for this year, going to give you a pretty good sleeper out of Nevada, Ian Seau, who had 29 tackles for loss over the course of the last 2 seasons and 18.5 sacks. Now, he doesn't have a lot of tackles, but he does have, I believe, just over 80 tackles this over the last 2 seasons. But he definitely could show you some good rushing skills off of the edge, and he does run a 4.75 40. Hopefully, he just needs to increase that speed just a little bit, but I think he's a pretty good athlete at 255 pounds. Next time to catch you guys will be just a couple of minutes. The next top 10 I'm going to give you are my inside linebackers. Thank you for watching this blog. I'm your man, Yannick Ngakoue. Be easy.